Men come to see me as an escort because they want intimacy and sex. And I would say only a third of the men are married. I would say most of them are single. For the married men, they say that their wives stopped having sex with them. And of course, I believe them. However, now I'm starting to question that the men have a huge role to play in their wives not wanting sex with them. Um, and their attitude, the men's attitude, can often be, why aren't you giving me sex? Why are you not having sex? And it's because men see sex differently from women. And so I want to explain them what you have to do to get your wife to want to have sex with you. It's not enough for her to like orgasms. She has to want you close to her. And if there are any disagreements between you, or she feels unheard or unloved, she isn't going to want sex, and neither will an escort. That's why we have all these requirements. You have to give us so much for us to want to do this and be open. Women have to feel open and receptive. Why is that? So I'm going to share with you something that a sexologist and couples therapist wrote on a Facebook group that I'm in. That she has many couples with this issue where the woman no longer wants sex. And she says that in the beginning of a relationship, most people have sex nonstop. And after a while, after a few years, people start having a different kind of sex because they start connecting on a deeper level. And this also means having sex from the heart. And if you think of the chakras, the center of feelings is in the abdomen. So men get stiff away from themselves. So their penis is external and they get hard. So it's an external. They get stiff away from themselves and they release away from themselves, right? They release away from themselves. They deliver away from themselves. Whereas a woman opens inside and receives inside towards the heart. And that's exactly how I feel. She nailed it. So if her feelings for some reason are shot down, maybe due to a disconnection with her husband, she can't open and receive very easily. And I would say she doesn't want to. So she says that when couples have problems with the lack of sex, it is a symptom of disconnection between the two. Most of the clients with this issue, the women, are ashamed and wish that things were different. And the more ashamed they are, the more they shut down the abdomen. But no one seems to see that connection, so they beat themselves up inside and disconnect even more, which makes the problem even bigger. And the man is thinking we can just have sex and be closer, whereas for the woman, she has to feel closer to even want sex from you. So she says if the men, and she has seen this many times, talk to their partners about the lack of sex like this: why don't you want sex? It isn't fair. I don't think I deserve this. Who do you think you are? You don't love me. Why should I do this and this for you if you don't even want to give me sex? That's a dangerous attitude, you guys, to approach a woman as if she owes you sex. And I know you don't realize it, so I'm here to explain it to you. These men think they try to talk to their partners, but really you just push your woman away. Few men ask, this is now, take notes. I notice that you have low libido and that concerns me. Do you want to talk about it? I am curious about where it went and when it disappeared. Do you miss it as much as I do? Can I in any way help you get it back? I am here for you and I'm willing to listen. Let me know if there's anything I can do or anything I can do differently in any way. So ladies, escorts, if the guy tells you that their partners don't want to talk, let's get curious on what kind of talks they've had. You know, do you ever ask your woman how she feels? You're afraid to ask how she feels because of what she might say. Guys, you don't have to do a fucking thing. You're not responsible for her feelings. Ask a woman how she feels. And you're not supposed to endure any kind of abuse or criticism or yelling. So, for example, ask your woman how she feels. She might say, I feel tired. I feel disconnected from you. I feel angry with you. Those are acceptable things. Not, you're such a jerk, you're such an idiot, you never, never, never. That's not okay. That's barfing and vomiting on someone. That's not okay. Ask her how she feels. Act like you freaking care. You can't just treat a woman like a plastic doll. We are not mannequins. If you want, I was talking to someone earlier today, a gentleman, and he said, my wife doesn't want to have sex with me. And he didn't even want to slide it in and smash it. He's elderly, he's in his 70s. And he said, why doesn't she want me to go down on her and give her an orgasm? I just want to please her. Well, I told him all this and he was very grateful. He didn't even know that she has to feel close to him first. Maybe there's something going on in their finances or their travel plans or the home remodeling project, and she's mad at him. Maybe he hasn't asked her how she feels in a really long time. Maybe he thinks that sex is the way to be close. Sex is the result of being close. For women, sex is the result of being close. You have to work on feeling close first before you start going after the sex. We are not mannequins. We have feelings. And there's your challenge. And that's why this thing of you owe me sex is kind of an entitled, walled off position. Same as the guy who cheats, entitled, walled off. Because if you're intimate and you share how you feel and you care how your partner feels, if you're actually vulnerable and intimate, you know how your partner feels. And she's going to want to have sex with you unless she has a medical issue or is super stressed, in which case she can tell you, babe, I'm just tired, can we go away for the weekend? That's the way to have a relationship, guys. So I'm not trying to discourage business by any means. I'm just super fascinated by, I just really like to see couples getting along and having better sex. I'm kind of like the aunt that has no kids. I'm the relationship coach who has no relationship. So I can help you with yours. I'll live vicariously through you. If I had a relationship, this is how I'd want it to go. And I can tell you that all the years I slept in a separate bedroom and didn't want to have sex with my husband was because he never fucking took me out. When I asked, it was always no. He didn't want to take me out. He didn't want to go on trips. He was walled off, emotionally walled off. Yeah, so that's it, you guys. Eventually the woman will just pull away from you. Give her a kiss in the morning. Give her a hug when you come home. John Gray talks about when he comes home from his trips or from work, he finds his wife. They have a huge freaking house. She's dead now. Bonnie Gray, she died of cancer a few years ago. He used to walk around to find her. That meant so much to her. Find her and give her a kiss. That took effort. That took time. Made her feel loved. According to him, they had a great sex life all the way to the end, till she got sick. So if you want more sex from your woman, you have to court her. You have to make her love you and want you. Open her heart, speak to her feelings, just like you did when you first met. And if you don't want to do that, then she's just going to be your fucking roommate, You can have a roommate or you can have a lover. It's all up to you guys. And hopefully you have a woman who appreciates you, who sees the good in you, and who's responsive to you. So when you start asking her how she feels, she needs to start opening up, trusting you, and leaning in and getting close to you. Yeah, so try that and then email me. Let me know how it goes. I don't buy that all these women just don't want sex. They just don't want it with you because you're an ass. Not caring how she feels makes you an ass. You don't even know it, so I'm here to tell you. An entitled, grandiose ass. And no woman wants to fuck an ass. Not even for money. I don't fuck guys who are an ass to me. I have sex with my clients because they're nice to me and they care about me and they care what's important to me. If a guy is an ass, he's the fuck out of here. There's the fucking door, buddy. No woman wants to fuck an asshole who's mean. If you want that, you have to get like some trauma bonded woman to fall in love with you. But I'm just talking about healthy women. We want you to be nice to us. And we want to be nice to you. The heart connection is the way that you get sex. Through the heart. Same with guys. The reason men keep coming back to see me and paying all this money is because I really get into them. I kiss them. I look at them. I make them feel wanted and desired. People want to feel wanted and desired to have sex with you. So the men will come because I make them feel wanted and desired. And the woman wants to feel wanted and desired. She wants to feel loved, like you care about her. That's my tip. The way to get more sex from women isn't about what positions you do. You know, it's not about getting new toys or buying her lingerie. It's about caring how she feels. Making her feel loved. And if you have little kids, take her away for the weekend. Get her out of the house. Help her feel relaxed. That's how you get more sex. Now, as far as making the sex better, hey, I don't know. You gotta talk to people in relationships for that tip. I'm just telling you how to get her to even want to do it with you. And then you definitely have to make sure the sex is good. And talk to her what makes it good and what makes her not like it. Start talking, guys. Talk. Not about frivolous stuff, meaningful stuff. Like that's how do you feel closer? How can we be closer? What do you like about sex? What would you like to do differently? That's it. That's all I got. If anyone has any more tips, please share them in the comments.